Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Free Readings SSP TV Live tonight. And it's lovely to see you all again. Okay, and I just, like I say, it's great to be back. I've not seen everybody for 2 weeks. And as we know, the concept of tonight's show is the journey of the developing medium and how we take them through the journey. And for any of you developing mediums out there, to watch how we break mediumship really down to the bare bones, dispel any myths that are out there, but also how we work with emotions and energy. And now you've been watching Natalie on her way through her journey. And tonight we have another guest who's going to come on, and you'll get to see the journey of T. Now we call her T because it's Tiliana. She'll pronounce her name properly. She'll kill me now, everybody. But you'll get to see that. And also, if we give you a reading tonight, we would love you to come on, because you've got to remember the show's all about you. Okay, it's not about us, it's about you and where you want your journeys to go as well. Okay, so, and again, you always see it here first, the first channel as well, that we break down the mediumship, we dispel the myths, and we take it to the bare bones. Okay, so I'm going to start saying hello to some of you viewers, and I hope you're all tuning in now. Okay, and I already see Terry Louise. Yeah, good evening, Terry. How are you? And Caroline May Sambrooks. Hi there. How are you tonight? Good to see you again. Risha, good to see you. Good evening. Mrs. MB. Hi there. How are you? Kelsey. Hello. Oh, I do love the flowers. They're beautiful. And it's Margaret O'Brien. Hi, Margaret. I was going to say hi, Claire. Hi, Terry. Hi, Margaret. Good to see you. Hi, Sam. How are you? Good to see you. And while I'm saying hellos, just in a moment, I'll get the girls in. And Michelle Jones, Weymouth and Dorset. Yeah, all good and lovely to see you tonight. Lisa Edwards, hello to you too. Ah, love the baby. Robert Mays. Okay, let's see what we can do, Robert. We'll see where we're going to when we're working. Ian Fawcett, hello, good to see you too. I'm sure I recognise that name, Ian. Kayla, hello, my darling. How are you? Oh, thank you, my sweetie. You're my favourite too, but don't tell MD. And good evening, Simon. Lovely to see you tonight. Oh, it's just lovely, all the hellos, all the viewers. Hello, Elizabeth. Good to see you too. Okay, and without further ado, what I'm going to start doing is bringing the girls in. Katie Cole, I had a Scottish accent in my head. Yeah. Okay, so hi, Katie, lovely to see you. And what I'm going to do, without further ado, is I'm going to bring the girls in. Natalie, that you've all came to grow, get to know, and get to love. And also T, our surprise student. So, Richard, can we bring them in, please?
Hello, everyone. Hiya, Clara.
Hi, Natalie. Hi, T. How are you this evening?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. Well, I'm good.
Good. And as you know, peeps, you've all met Natalie. You've been watching her journey. So we've now got T, who's going to join in the journey. Natalie's also going to help T. She's a developing medium. And do you want to tell us a bit about yourself, T?
My name's Talina, but everyone calls me T. I've been a student of Clara's for quite a few months now, just sort of developing my skills, really, and yeah.
And what brought you on this journey?
Just passion, really. My love, mediumship, working with spirit, and yeah, just.
And are you enjoying your teaching, how we break it down to the bare bones? And
I love it. I really enjoy it, yes.
Good. And the part of science begins as well, because, and as well, the girls know when we do teach mediumship is all about evidence, the evidence of the person you have. They don't give a message telling you what to do in your life. That's us. We've then went to what we call the psychic. because your loved ones will never tell you what to do, but what they will do is give evidence of who they are, but also encourage you, nurture you, and send you love.
Yeah.
The message comes from the medium. Okay, psychic is about you, but we're going to do a bit of both tonight to show you how both work. Okay, and we're going to work with the girls now. Without further ado, what am I also going to say to the girls now? Tea, we're going to have tea working first tonight. Okay, surprise, surprise, tea.
Right.
And if you yeah, and what I'd love to do as well is where we're going to have tea getting ready, she's linking in. We'd love to get you to share the programme. SSPTV's always been the first there, first to try new concepts. But also, if you can share this as well, round about, share it with your friends, tag your friends, then the more the better, because this show's about you. The show's also free, so you're getting free development, free readings. We're trying to keep that free for everyone, so the more you share, the more we can keep this going. This is all about yous, not about us. Okay, darlings. So, T, and as well, when we find a recipient, what we would love is if you can come on to Zoom with us and join us live, because then it becomes a bit more intimate as well. Okay, and Mr. Neil Payne, hello. So T, what you're going to do now is if you get into what we call the quiet space, we would call it meditation, but it's really the quiet space, linking in, it means just quieting your head, clearing it of everything. So T, you go into your quiet space, whether you shut your eyes or not, that's fine. Okay, don't worry about empty saying you can't shut your eyes, that's nonsense. And then, now I know you have someone with you already, so I need to wait until you know you have them and then just start going with the flow. And if everybody can send love for tea, well, she's linking in here.
Yes. First time on the screen.
Okay, I feel that I've got a gentleman with me. I feel that he's a farmer. He's got like a sheepdog with him, and I can see him with the big like crook thing that they hold to herd the sheep.
So you have a gentleman, he's a father, you know he's worked on a farm, you know he's got a stick as well, okay? Would you say he walked with that stick? What does the stick look like?
It's one of those like the big ones with the hook at the top that they used for, I don't know what they did with it, to do with the sheep and the dog.
Okay,
So
so they hooked them.
yeah.
No, okay.
So he's got that. He's got the black and white border collie dog with him, the sheep dog. He's on the fields. He's wearing like, you know, the welly boots, blue overalls, this proper Farmer Giles style hat.
Did he own the farm or was he a worker on the farm?
I feel that it was his farm.
No, well done. Okay, and this would be somebody's dad's. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what else do you feel? Because when you're watching here, this is clairvoyance she's using, and she's holding what we call her communicator, which is a discipline. She's using clairvoyance, but you hear her saying, I feel. She's going with her feelings all over her body. Okay, what else can you feel? Would mum be in spirit too? Have you got mum? Do you feel he's on his own, still living on his own? Or
To me, he's on his own, but I am, I think I'm sort of, like you say, more psychic. He's giving me memories. So he's looking for his daughter, and the memory is of him teaching her, you know, what he does with the dog and the sheep. She's there with him, holding his hand and being taught the ways of the farm.
well done. Now, that is not psychic. What Tish just said is complete evidence. Okay, because the memories you're using your own head are used for your own brain as well. So we're looking for a daughter. A father would have a daughter out there. Father worked on a farm at one point. Okay, he showed his daughter the memories going back. So father would be slightly older, and when he passed over, We also know he helped the family on the farm and brought the children into the farm. Do you feel his daughter still works on the farm, or the farm left the family?
I feel that the farm has left the family, but she still has the passion.
Right, okay.
Still has that want, that passion for it.
Well done. So if any of you viewers would love to know if anyone can take this. Now, I do feel as well that it left the farm prior to Dad passing over. Okay. I don't feel that was there all his life, but that was his main job back in the day. Okay. Now, did Father live to an older age? What do you feel? What do you see? Because I'm going to get you to go this journey with Dad.
I feel that he had to leave the farm due to health, something to do with his health. He wasn't capable of running the farm or working in the farm any longer. And that's why it was quite hard for the family to keep the farm, because it was his and it was too much. I feel that this illness that he got was something that was, it was long. It's what took his life, but it was long. It took a long time to get him, until he passed over. Trying to feel what it was that.
I also feel Mum would be in spirit too. Okay, and I think that's going to help you. Mum's over in spirit too, so you have two of them in spirit, okay, in the family. You also want to say as well, Father links to the name of James. It also has an Irish link, because when we look at the farming, it's actually taking you over to Ireland. Okay.
Hills, lots of, yeah, I've never been to Ireland, but yeah, I'm seeing like hills and yeah.
Okay. And so we want to say as well, now when you've got Dad here as well, we try and stay away from height, peeps, because height is very subjective and it would need to be really abnormal, okay, to get into height. But when you have Dad as well, so we're looking for daughters, so would someone be able to take a Dad out there? He did have a farm, but they didn't have it in the family forever, okay. Mum passed before Father, okay. And also we have Dad here as well. Dad was quite a gentleman that taught the family. He was quite knowledgeable as well, and he was all about family, okay. Someone here would have a dairy intolerance, because I've just seen the milk, okay.
I'm also feeling something to do with the chest. That's what helped him pass. Not helped him pass, that he passed with. It's something to do with his chest, his breathing pipes or something. Yeah, I'm just feeling in the chest. His angina, I'm just guessing. Yeah, it's something to do with breathing and struggling from the chest, but it took a long time for him to pass with it. It was a long-standing illness.
Right, so the long-standing illness, something into the chest, and the problems that have an oxygen mask, because I'm seeing the mask here. I'm seeing a bit of pneumonia towards the end. Okay, but I also want to put the farm down in Kent. I don't feel they worked in the farm long. I feel this was handed down in the family. So someone came from the farming generation. I want to go to Kent as well. So we know we've got the Irish link, but there's also that link in Kent as well. And also we're coming up to Scotland here as well with us. Now give me a moment, because this is a family that has travelled and split all round about geographically. But generations ago will have had this in the family as well. I know grandmother's over there as well, because he met up with his mum. Okay, now can anyone take this?
I'm feeling the name Sandy, and I don't know if anybody here is Sandy or if there's a connection to a Sandy in the family. So it might just be someone that's connected.
Yeah, so the Sandy could be connected. It could also be a dog. Okay, so we're looking for the dog Sandy.
Dog, yes.
And I do also want to say, in fact, give me a minute, because the mum, I'm saying the one's passed over. She has passed over because mum went first. Okay, you have a grandma, Sandy. And we do understand this has got to be dad. Because we've got to have the link in with dad here, but we also know mum and grandmother's over there as well. If we can't find this link, we can come back to it, because I do want to say as well, there's relations abroad as well. But I feel with this father, he was a good walker in the day, which he would have to be logically being a farmer. But I do know as well with this man, it so happens, as T said, his breathing became an issue. There was a longer illness, but it started in the muscles. I do also want to say as well, the name James is shown up here as well. Right, let's run with this one, because we don't normally change the link, but let's run with this because there's a reason he's coming through as a dad. Right, okay. Don't my but Cheyenne, is this a father or a father-in-law even? Right, okay, we have a dad and there's a farm link in the family. He would have helped link work on the farm. The man passed with a breathing issue, took an illness towards the end, and also though as well, we're looking at loss of breath, oxygen, pneumonia. Okay, we also know there's a link to Kent, so we're also going to Kent, and also an Irish link. We've definitely got to come into Ireland here because we're seeing a pint of Guinness as well, and Donegal. Now Guinness is very stereotypical, but it is what we see.
I'm getting is it COPD?
Yeah,
That is that the thing with yeah.
Richard, what can you take out of this? You can. Give me a minute, we'll come back to the Irish then, because I may have left with this part. Right, give me a minute. T, let's link back in here. No, it's not fitting. It's not fitting. Cheyenne would love that. Kelsey, let's work with you a moment. Let's work with you because it's definitely got to be a dad. Okay, he wasn't a farmer. Would you then understand the land in the family? There's got to be land in the family somewhere and round about the farmyards. And could he have helped somewhere? Type fast. Go, Kelsey. Keep tight. Type fast. Because we've definitely got the dad. Okay. Also know as well, though, when we have this man here as well, right, okay, it was a character. He also would have helped you. Okay. James and Farmer, granddad, not dad. Can we go back to Kelsey, please? Please. You come for a farm town.
There you
Right,
go. There's your link.
you're with Kelsey. When we're getting this link now, Kelsey, for developing mediums and any mediums we feel, because my heart started racing, okay, now we have you as a link. T, how do you feel with Kelsey?
Yeah, the moment I saw Kelsey's name pop up, I got an image of a sewing machine. So I feel that I don't know if that's connected to you. You got taught how to sew. I don't know if that was by the father, because that seems a bit bizarre, a man sewing. But I'm seeing a memory of you being taught sewing with a sewing machine.
Right, there you go. Now, the sewing machine, Kelsey, did you do sewing? But how did your heart feel when you seen her straight away? So you got another image to show your Lincoln, right? Because you didn't get it with anyone else. Okay, and there you go, hairdresser. Okay, but it had horses and dogs. Where would they have kept the horses? Next to a farm. And all round about that kind of land. Oh, no! Right, okay, yeah. I can't make it fit as such, but as we say, we can sort of come and go with that with tea in this one, okay?
Yeah.
Because the horses and the land and things, right? So we'll come and go with that. Right, she didn't learn to sew. I want to look at the sewing machine. So see when you say the sewing machine singer, okay? So the singer, would your dad have liked singing? Okay, because I want to sing when I'm on the go here. Okay, I need you to type faster, Kelsey. You're quite good. You're a hairdresser.
I was just getting as well, it's not a sewing machine. What about sowing? Because we were talking about the farmer sowing crops, sowing seeds.
It
Could
wasn't
it
a
have been?
farmer. No.
Oh, okay.
Right. So let's take that part away. The farmer, they stay in a farming town. He did have horses and dogs. Okay. It was a hairdresser. She can understand the music. So what we have to get you to do now is just take your time, hold them, take your now pictures away from the farm. Okay. So you're definitely linked in here. She can understand the music. So let's go with the music. Can you hear anything? Can you feel anything?
I'm now getting an image of him. I don't know what style dancing it is. Linking arms. You know the is it like the barnyard dancing? Linking arms and is that what it is? And hee ha, that kind of knee slapping, thigh slapping sort of music.
Right, we've got two people here now because I've just seen the other girl now is finally typed in everything that we've got, but we're going to run with Kelsey just now, and then we're going to bring the other lady, Angela, thank you. And the reason being is when we then find a communicator, what happens is another communicator will come in anyway, so we have to change and go back with that, and then wait on our next communicator. So now we're working with Kelsey's dad. I don't like to say the word working, I like to say chatting. Okay, so you can understand the music, but let's go more with this. Dad would have had sore hands, so you feel how your body's going here, T. Okay, Dad had sore hands at one point as well. Dad would have passed slightly younger. Also know as well, there would be something to do with Irish here still and football. Because I'm even hearing the song Dirty Old Town, and that links to football. No, that's fine, but you stay in farmlands or a farming town. That's fine. We can just ignore the farming at the moment because we have your dad now communicating. Okay. You stayed in the farm town. Kent was a big link because his surname was Kent. Okay, and you understand the singer. Okay, so it's breaking down every bit of mediumship here. The sewing machine would have singer on it. Okay. Now, also when you have dad as well, it would have been a kind man. Okay, because I don't want to say him too, how can we say, too abrupt with people. He was a good at business, okay, but I don't feel we're just at hairdressing here. I feel I'm a bit of jack of all trades, okay. I know I could have had a good job with people, but I do also know as well, we did hold Dad's hands, but his hands get sore and he became frustrated. Okay, would any of that make sense, Kelsey? Right, okay, so last name is Kent, yeah. Okay, now would it make sense as well Dad became frustrated because he couldn't work the same, okay? It slowed him down very quickly. It was progressive, as T said, but there was that quickening, okay? He'd loved to dance, okay? So it means he was very when they were loving to dance here with Father as well, I know Dad as well then was quite a community man. Okay. It also as well, now T, I'm taking over here. Iron. Okay. And also know as well, when I have your father here as well, again, I've got another James. We've got James that's living as well. Okay, and I want to put that round about the neighbours, and I have to go the surname, okay. I do want to say as well, I've got 2 watches for Dad. All right, so I want to give the 2 here. And I do want to say as well that it's, I've got your dad here, he couldn't speak properly as well, and he did try to speak and whisper in your ear. Okay, I know they didn't find the cancer straight away because I feel I'm in and out of hospital, and I feel as if I was going a bit crazy. Okay, so this wasn't found straight away, but then when it was found, it just seemed to go too fast, Kelsey. All right, darling. And I want to say as well, okay, would your dad have been, I keep saying red drum. Now, I know that's very generic when you say horses, but I really want to be big with the Grand National here. Okay. And if we get a viewer popped up here, Melanie, so I do know we're looking at the Grand National as well. And that takes us back to April, or forward to April. So I want to say there would be a birthday in the month of April as well. I know I've got a wedding anniversary coming up in June. Okay, I mean, I've just seen the photographs of your tattoos here, but I want to put a tattoo. I want to put one more in my back area. And also look at one down at my ankle. Okay, I do hear Elvis getting sung. And I'm hearing the song In the Ghettos. So I know as well, Dad, again, I'm going back to singing, he would have been a good singer. Okay, now does that make sense, Kelsey? Thank you. Now, if you can take Dad's love and know that Dad's with you. Sorry we got a bit mixed up at the beginning, but as soon as we got you, then the next communicator comes in for your dad. Okay, but thank you so much. And thank you, T, because that was fabulous. Well, there you go. Congratulations on your baby and happy birthday when the baby comes. Okay. And as well, that little butterfly you've looked at, and I want to say butterfly, but not butterfly outside. I want to put the butterfly in a tattoo because I'm singing I'll Fly Away. Okay, my darling, but one day at a time for you, because even Dad's singing Lena Martell one day at a time. And I know that means something very close, darling. Okay, so happy birthday when baby comes, and congratulations from us all at SSB TV. Thank you. Okay, right, Natalie, let's link in with tea. And tea, have a drink, have a breath. Okay, so we're going to get back to Dad that was there earlier, because he's still here.
Still there.
So Angela, if we can have Angela back, please. And Angela.
That's maybe though because the communicator changed.
Yeah. And the communicators do change. What happens is we see a lot out there that happens is someone will try and change the recipient to granddad or that maybe grandmother when it's mum. That's not the case. We stick with who we have. But if we've got some of it wrong and linked in wrong, what happens is another communicator will come in. Okay, if we can't find our sitter, then another communicator's ready because we've already put the intention out as well, but we will never change it because a dad, a granddad, mum, they come through in the proper link. I.e., if you just want to come through, talk to your family, you'll come through who you are. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. And when we were working there as well, peeps, when T was working and I was working, what happened is I was linking in with T. Okay, so I could see everything T could see. And what was happening there is that's what we call clairvoyance, because we see in our mind's eye. We don't see anyone in front of us, absolutely not. It's in the mind's eye. And when we feel a sensation like T, you heard T saying, I'm feeling. What happens is a memory can be placed in our conscious brain, or should I say unconscious, that then comes into the conscious. It triggers a part of the brain and the neurotransmitters that sends a quick sensation to our body. That's why we can feel. Okay, and that's what T was doing. So when she seen the sewing machine, all I could see was Singer on that sewing machine. I knew then Singer was there. When she seen the land, I could see the name Kent coming in around that land, okay, which then linked me to the surname. So we were working together there, and it's about when you're doing your mediumship, describing every little piece you can see in your head and your mind, clairvoyance, clear sentence, everything you feel. Clear knowing, you will get your clear knowing, you just know, and it just comes out your mouth, okay? Or you'll hear things getting sung, i.e. we could hear Elvis in the ghetto. Again, that's your clairaudience. So that's your four main clairs you'll use. There is 8, but another time we'll do them. So I hope that helps a little bit, because we're going to do another one now, okay? And again, it's a clairvoyance. When I have a mum coming in or a dad, and you maybe hear people saying this is wrong, nothing wrong, because it's your mediumship. Fathers and granddads always come to the left, the males always come to the left. Females always come to the right of me. Okay. Yep, and when the girls do it, then the girls will come in as well. And Natalie, how does your, when you had dad there, now he came in at your back.
Yes.
So can you tell everyone, which side did he come in at? Was it your right or left?
This side, my right.
Right. Because I could see where your left, then he came in at your right. So 40 males will come in at the right, females will come in at the left. Because we're doing the opposite here, I need to keep right. And also we can have these as well, that's going to be straight. But also T, if you do have a brother, a sister, or an aunt, can you remember where they came in?
No.
Right, that's fine. What we're going to do, we're going to run live now then. And let's see where we go with this, okay? And Natalie, quickly, if you want to explain how you have your communication.
Yeah, so I get, normally when it's mums and dads, I will get mum to the right and dad to the left, but they'll come in from behind. When it's like auntie, uncle, they'll come from the side.
There we go.
So yeah, and if it's a sister, she'll come normally for the front, to be quite honest. So that's how I get mines.
There you go. And that's what happens when you're mentoring as well in class. It's about me teaching the girls, they need to know where it comes from themselves. I could tell them where I come from, how my communicators come in, but the girls then, it's saying, right, where did that come from? And as T showed you, Natalie showed you, T comes this side. So when you're working with your mentors or you want to learn, break it down so you know what you're doing. And it's like, how did you get that? How did you feel that? Right, okay, how did you feel when it was flowing? How did you know? Because you have to then learn your own mediumship along the way with your mentor helping. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to link in again. We're going to do another one, hopefully bring one of these on Zoom, and then we'll go to a card, because T is fantastic on the psychic. And what some of you can find, natural mediums sometimes don't like working psychically because their energy changes. Okay, and some of us find it's a bit, whereas psychics, they'll love that when we're working on the psychic. Going to medium, they maybe struggle because they know it's a different energy. So it's the same for everybody. Okay. But also when we do work, all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. Okay, so mediums do work on the psychic. It's part and parcel of what we do. Okay, we have to work with both. It's there in the brain. So what we'll do is, Natalie, can you link in with T?
Yes.
And what we're going to do now is we would have a dad, but I feel I've got a mum, so I'm going to let you two run with us tonight. T, Natalie.
I'll let T go first.
Oh, thank you.
Unless you'd rather I went first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Right, okay, right.
There you go, peeps, the hot seat. Who's taking the hot seat tonight?
I know.
Can we have,
I'll give T a wee break.
can we have your viewers come on when Natalie finds the link? Because bear in mind, this is about you. You're getting the reading. It would be lovely to interact, but also so we can break down the mediumship when we're talking to you live as well. We would love that. And it's fantastic for you. Then you see the mechanics of how we all work. Yeah, right. Take it away, darling.
Right, I feel like I've got a grandfather here. I do feel like this gentleman did have dementia or Alzheimer's. It's definitely some sort of confusion that I have with this gentleman. I do know that Grandad was a happy-go-lucky gentleman. I do feel like he was very he was a very, very happy gentleman. I just see him smiling constantly. I want to say he had a very a very heartfelt laugh. I feel like when he laughed, it was from the belly. It was a proper belly laugh. I am seeing this gentleman with white hair. I'm not seeing him with grey hair. I'm seeing him with white hair. So I do feel like Grandad did have white hair. I also know that this gentleman, I want to say 80s, but please don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. But I do feel like he did make it past retirement age. So I feel like he did make it past retirement age. I am getting this gentleman working in mechanics though. I'm getting him working with his hands, working on cars, vans. I'm seeing vans as well. So I know this gentleman did work a lot with vehicles. And the mechanics of the vehicles. So I'm not sure if anybody could take this gentleman. Danielle, is that a yes? You can take this gentleman. Right. I feel like he was a very jolly man. He's just coming through very jolly. I feel like I actually feel like he would have kind of pottered about the house. So he would have just pottered about the house, doing his own thing, and he was just always smiling, always smiling. I am seeing him with his own teeth though, so I don't feel like he had false teeth because I'm seeing him with his own teeth. Did work with his hands, but not mechanic. No, I'm definitely seeing this gentleman tinkering with cars, Danielle, so I'm possibly not with you. Because I'm definitely seeing him tinkering with cars. So I do feel like this gentleman did work with cars. He did board. Right. I'm not sure if that's the pottering about.
How are you feeling now? Are you seeing all this in your head, your clairvoyance, Natalie?
I'm seeing this all in my head, yes.
Right,
This is my
okay.
clairvoyance.
How are you feeling when you're with Danielle there?
I don't feel like it's quite right.
Now, what about Lacey? Just said Lacey came up. Lacey can take that to grandfather.
She could take that pundit too, but he's
He's
alive. He's alive. I'm not with Lacey.
Darling, no, we don't
I'm
want
not
to
with
put
Lacey,
over there.
darling. This gentleman's definitely not alive. I do not work with the living, sorry.
Would you say being a mechanic, he was a full-time mechanic, or was it just a hobby? Right, Chrissy, there you go. Okay, because digging deep into the mediumship, because then we have to.
Yeah, because I feel like this gentleman was a full-time mechanic. I'm seeing him working with cars as full-time. I do feel like his garden was possibly possibly full of car pieces and car bits. But I do see this gentleman in a garage. In a
There
garage.
was a lady just prior came up there. Her grandfather was it's not a father-in-law. There was two minutes ago I seen Chrissy,
Chrissy,
her
yes.
grandfather's a car mechanic.
And top mechanics, right? That's where I was getting to. That's where I was getting to. So yeah, I do feel like that this was taught on. I feel like he's taught people. I did feel that. I'm also seeing this gentleman. I do see him in the garden a lot, and I feel like if he wasn't at the garage, he would be in his garden or in his driveway with his own car. I feel like he would constantly be at cars. I just see him constantly at cars. I do see a motorbike as well, though. I don't feel like Grandad did ride this motorbike, but I do see him fixing up a motorbike, and I feel like this would have been for a young gentleman. I do see him doing like off the side work as well. So I do see him doing the odd job for somebody in the street or in the neighbourhood, because I'm just seeing him coming in, people bringing their cars to him constantly, like some. But I do feel like he was good at what he did. He was very good at what he did, and I also know that he was a very family proud man as well, because he's just coming through with that. I feel like he was very family proud. I am getting that this gentleman did get a bit confused in the latter years of his life, but I want to say this was gradual. This was gradual, but then I want to say the last stage was when he just went downhill, and it went very quickly.
Now, could I say, would you like to come on to Zoom with us and work with Natalie? We would love to have you on Zoom. Could you validate that? Yeah, no. And when Natalie's holding our communicator as well, just explain how you're getting that bit more of the information. I'm going to break you down while you're working this time as well. So how are you getting the community man and what is it?
Right, so I'm just it's a clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. I see these pictures in my head and these memories in my head that I have been through in my life. And it's just a clear knowing as well.
Right.
I just know.
That's fine. And you just go and run.
Yeah. I just go with what I see. I just trust what I see and what I get.
Well done. And Chrissy, would you like to come on, darling? If not, that's fine. But if you can just validate, say yeah, no, and that was Natalie.
No response. She's done a runner.
Okay. Unfortunately, Chrissy, we're not getting much of a response. So what we're going to do is move on to the next person so we can do another reading. Okay. So girls, if you can get ready now, let's link in again. And what was happening there was Natalie, as she was explaining, she just goes with, she gets a feeling, she knows it's actually just coming out her mouth. She's working with memories, which a lot of us. Yay, Chrissy, yay!
Thank you.
Right, what we're doing, we're just getting a link to Chrissy, but as well, what happens, peeps, when we see memories in our own head, like sometimes if I have a mum come through or Natalie, a team, maybe a mum, we would see our own mum in our head. We would know we have a mum, but then we'd see the link, maybe of our own mums. That makes you know you have a mum as well. Because the other world, the unseen spirit world, they will work with memories because it's easier for both of us. And remember, it's coming through your unconscious brain. Okay, so mediumship has a science. That is it's a myth and a culture outside it. People think it's not a science. It is a science. It can also be measured. That's why it's a science. Okay, so it comes in through the brain. We do see memories. And you use it, i.e., if we know we have a mum, we'll see the memory, and we'll get someone saying, "Well, that's my grandmother." No, No, we won't move as a mum. Because what happens if we change that link, we're all over the place as a medium, we get it wrong, then what happens is ongoing, we keep getting it wrong and we don't know why we're getting it wrong. Okay, so that's why we're strict at times. And Chrissy, okay, Danielle, what we'll do, darling, is we're going to work with Chrissy first, and Natalie's doing what we call, she's been very disciplined here, and this takes time where we learn to hold who we're chatting to, and they're more than happy to hold waiting as well, and it's a discipline, so that we don't have other communicators. And hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. Yeah, I'm not sure if everybody else can see you yet. So
No,
it
she's
might just
muted.
look like everybody else. Hello.
Hello. Now, everyone, that's Natalie. She has Chrissy. We have Chrissy on the team. And just when Richard gives us the go ahead, then we'll have okay.
Hiya, Chrissy.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Thank
So
you for coming on. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming on, everyone. We have Chrissy on, and Natalie's going to continue reading. Okay, so Natalie, Chrissy, you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just on my phone, so I was just trying to get stabilized here.
Good, as long as you're comfortable then.
Yeah.
Natalie, take it away, darling.
right. If I speak too fast for yourself, Chrissy, just say, and I will slow down because I do get excited.
Okay.
I do get excited and I will run off. But you could understand everything that I've said so far, yeah?
So far, yes, absolutely.
Right. So I know that Grandad was quite big on the mechanic side. I feel like he was always tinkering with cars. I feel like he was always at a car. I think before you come on there, I was getting to that he was well known to the neighbourhood, I feel. So I feel like people in the neighbourhood would always come to him if they had a car problem. Would that make sense?
Absolutely. I actually met people that would say, "Oh, are you so-and-so's granddaughter?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." Yeah. So
Yeah, because I just feel like that everybody would come to Grandad because they knew that he was brilliant with cars. And I also see motorbikes as well. So I don't just feel like it was cars and vans. I feel like he did do motorbikes as well. Would that make sense?
I'm sure, because he did
Yeah.
teach also. So
Right. And I do feel like Grandad did have confusion. So I do feel like he did have Alzheimer's or dementia, that type of condition. Would that make sense as well? Yeah.
yes, towards the end, yeah, it went
Yeah,
really
because I
fast.
want to say, yeah, because I want to say it was very slow, and then I want to say at the end when he got his diagnosis, I want to just say it just deteriorated really quickly. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. But I want to say it was just like one thing after another. It was like a brick falling down, one thing after another. Would that make sense, right? Because I do want to say that what he's making me aware here that he did forget people. He did forget people, but obviously he remembers you now. He remembers you now. But
Lovely.
I do know at that time that obviously Grandad, his memory did go.
Yeah.
I also feel like there was carers coming in. I feel like he's child carers. Would that make sense?
Say that again. Caters?
Carers, home carers.
Yes.
Would that make
Yes.
sense? I could see
Mhm.
like nurses and things coming into the house.
Yes.
Coming into the house and looking after Grandad when you went around. I do see a lady with him, and I feel like this lady is daughter, so I feel like this is your mother. Would that make sense?
Nope.
No. Is your mother over there?
My mother's here.
Your mother's here, right? So would this be Dad's mum then?
Possibly, or my aunt.
Right, just I'm seeing a lady. I'm seeing a lady, so that's me picking up that energy wrong, sorry. I am definitely seeing a lady helping around this gentleman.
Yes.
Helping around this gentleman and taking care of this gentleman. I do feel like there is a split in the family though, because he's just showing me that split.
Yes. So yeah, he had two different families at two different times.
Right, yeah, just because he's just showing me a big split down the middle. I do also want to say there's something significant to the January month, because he's taking me to January. And I want to say this is a birthday.
January birthday. January. I can't think of that one.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And he is giving me the name William or Billy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's his name, but I feel like that's a name that would link to him. Would that make sense? Or around you?
Williams is my only cousin on that side is his last name.
Right, because he's just bringing through a William. But I also know there's a Jimmy.
A Jimmy?
A Jimmy or a James.
A Jean?
No,
No, it's a male name.
no.
It's definitely a male name. So it's Jimmy or James.
Where would James or Jimmy be? What you have to do then is try and place that, because we can put names out all night.
Yeah.
We then look to place that, okay? And we're going to take that back to the mechanical days.
Yeah, I feel like this is somebody you worked with. Yeah, I want
Was it a friend?
Yes, I feel like it's a friend.
It could have been the guy I rented a house from.
Right.
Okay.
Right, just because he's just giving me that. I also know that he's showing me 3 children. Would that make sense?
Say it again.
He's showing me 3 children.
3 children. He had, let's see, 4, 2. I can't place the 3 on his side.
Is this around you?
I have 2.
You have 2. Right. Have you got a baby in?
Yeah, a couple.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay.
Right, okay. Right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so that's probably the one in the middle.
The one in the middle. Right. Thank you. Just because he showed me 3 there, and I feel like this is around you.
Yes.
So I feel like if it's the one in the middle, there's definitely a baby in spirit there, because he's just coming through with that baby, and he's
How
saying,
sweet. Yeah.
I've got them, and I feel like it's a her.
Lovely.
I feel like it's a her.
Lovely.
I don't feel like this baby made it to the earth plane. Would that make sense?
Right.
No.
Natalie, what we're going to do as well is, instead of, I'm going to get you to dig deeper, okay? Because
Yeah.
as a medium, Chrissy, if you just give a yes, no, don't know, darling.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And the reason for that is when we work as mediums, we can then start getting into what we call bad habits. Okay. And then this is where it goes wrong for them clients, because then you're giving all the information. We basically done nothing. Then
Okay.
it's all over the place again and continuing to do that. So Natalie, when you got the 3, it was like, oh, right, so would this be one here? It was like, be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because you have to tell Chrissy, and you have to dig deeper for your information, darling.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if I seen that in a live situation, I would stop you straight away.
Yeah.
Okay? So you dig deep and you see what you're saying.
Right. Right. Okay. Right. I do want to say there's a grandmother there as well, because grandmother's just popping through. Would that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because grandmother's popping through there. And I do want to say that grandmother was a bit of a different character. Would that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? No, I do know grandmother was a bit of a different character. But grandmother is taking me.
Why was she different, Natalie? Because it seems
I feel like she was a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for without being rude? She was a bit more abrupt. Would that make sense? I feel like she was a bit more like an open book.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
was a bit more like an open book, and she would
What's
say
an
it
open
how
book,
it was.
Natalie? Natalie, I'm going to make you work hard, my darling. What is an open book? Because an open book to me could be,
Yeah.
but I was blank. I didn't say anything.
Okay. No, I feel like she would say it how it was. She would say it how it was, and I feel like if she didn't like something, she would you would know about it. Would that make sense to yourself? Because that,
Yes.
but I do feel like she did have a sense of humor though, because she's bringing that humor through as well. So
Yeah.
I feel like she did know how to be sarcastic and have a laugh. Would that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Right, thank you, because she's just bringing that through there. But I feel like Gran's just popping through that because she's taking me to the garden as well. So I know Gran would have liked her gardening, and she would have liked her flowers as well because she's taking me to the flowers. But I do feel like
What colour are flowers, Natalie? Again, she's given a snippet.
right, okay.
Yeah.
She's really making me dig deep today.
What colour will you smell? You don't get away with that. I was watching you
No.
live, and if I come to you for a reading, I'd say
Yeah.
that's general.
Yeah. No, I am seeing significantly. I'm seeing gladiolus. Gladiolus. I'm seeing.
Jesse, see for the sake of the viewers, my darling, can you give a yes, no, don't know? The mediums, we don't need your voice, but it's for the sake of the viewer. It keeps viewers engaged, and even in church or centres, it keeps
Yes.
that going. Thank you.
So
Thank
yes,
you.
she loved her flowers, absolutely. And the smell was the most important thing to her.
Yeah, because I could smell them all, but I do know that there's gladiolus there, and I do see red roses as well, but I also see yellow roses. I know there's yellow roses there as well.
Yes.
And she's also telling me something about a garden. There's a flower garden nearby, because she's taking me to a flower garden.
Yep.
Yeah,
She had flower gardens. Yeah.
yeah, because she's just taking me. It's like she's taking me out her garden and
Oh,
putting me in another flower garden. Would that make sense?
yeah.
And I want to say there's something with this lady's name on it. Is this a bench?
No,
No. Like there's a plaque.
I don't think so.
No. Am I getting that wrong? Right. Because she's shown me a plaque.
Try another one, because I feel this is your communicator.
This is my communicator still in my eyes. I feel like
Yeah.
she's
There
right.
will be a memoriam garden somewhere, because we want to go
Yeah.
and put memories to our grandmother. Okay. And when we walk, we see the memories of grandmother.
Yeah.
Would that make sense, Chrissy?
Yeah, so her house is still there and my aunt lives there and her gardens are still there.
Our gardens are still there. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Just because I felt like she was just giving me a memorial thing there. So that's what she was showing me. She was showing me a
Oh,
memorial.
they're here too. My dad brought me some. They're at my house too.
There you go.
Right, there we go. That's what she's showing me. But I will leave you with the month of September, because she's given me September, and I feel like this is for this lady's birthday. I might be wrong though.
Not her birthday, but my daughter.
Your daughter, right? Right, okay, right, that's fine.
Right.
Just because she's just showing me balloons there, so that's why I knew it was a birthday. But I will leave you with your granny and your granddad's love, and thank you for allowing me to work with yourself, Chrissy, and thank you for coming on
That's
Zoom.
amazing. Yes, that was amazing. Amazing. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Thank you so much, Chrissy. Thank you, and thank you, Natalie. And as you've seen, peeps, the reason I came in there again to start stopping Natalie is as mediums we can get into bad habits, and there was those little bits of this is what I can see, can take that, yeah, but not why. There was no whys there. It's just throwing out little pictures, and it's learning the delivery again and not saying. And not bringing Natalie down, because she's a fantastic medium on her journey. You've been watching her on her journey, but this is how strict we have to be. It's like the memoriam or the balloons. September, it was like, I'm not sure if it's her birthday. Just go away and say September would be a birthday. And when she said yes, her daughter, she went, Now I'm seeing the balloons in your head. So September's a birthday because I can see balloons linking to
Exactly.
your birthday.
Yeah.
Give the story first and say what
Yeah.
you're seeing. I always say to mediums, and even me and experienced mediums will tell you this, give every minute detail we see, we hear, we feel. And the reason you give every minute detail is because you're giving that. If you don't give that, then we're back to basics again. There's no
No,
point in doing
absolutely.
it. Okay.
Absolutely. And I think as obviously developing mediums, we need to hear that.
Yeah.
We need to hear that information that you're giving us, that advice that you're giving us. And we take it as constructive feedback. So it's
Yeah, because you're fantastic.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
fantastic what you do. And it's just the little habits. And I've seen me doing it now and again, and I have to correct myself.
Yeah.
Say, oh, wait a minute. If you give every little piece of information you see or feel or hear or smell, guess what? You never go wrong.
No.
You maybe have the wrong recipient, but that's part of learning. But you never go wrong with evidence. We don't question it. We just give it. And then it's about building the stories of someone's life. Okay, so what we're going to do now for you viewers as well is we're going to get a card. I'll search it for a card, and I've just got a message. Ingrid Thomas, tell Nikki I says hello to. Okay, if we can have a card, what we'll do is we'll break down how it works with cards. Okay, so the beautiful oracle cards from SSPTV. We can break down what we call the psychic, what's going on in your life. But then we can also what we call springboard into mediumship. Now, I've been hearing lately with some people, and this is live, what I'm hearing is cards are scary. No, they're not. That comes from religion. Cards are a tool and a fantastic tool to use. So T is fantastic at work. I'm going to let T run with this. Again, we're going to break it down. Okay. And we'll link into mediumship and we'll break this down. So Richard, would okay have a card, please, and get one of you viewers back on. This is what you use. And this is your learning experience as well as viewers. Take what you can from this. Okay, and start putting it into practice.
Yeah. And it's definitely easier being able to see the person's face and get that immediate response rather than waiting that 15-second, 13-second lag. So yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get a quick commercial break, and then we're going to be back, and we're going to go with the card, and we're going a bit more. And I am Nanny McPhee tonight, everyone, not Mary Poppins. I'm teacher tonight with the girls, but we'll love it, and that's what it's about. Okay, so see you all soon. Roll 'em, Richard.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the Clares and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Tomorrow night from 8 p.m, SPTV is joined by another guest who will be demonstrating their mediumship abilities by offering free readings to our viewers. This Sunday from 11 a.m, Wimbledon Spiritualist Church hosts the Divine Service, with online and on-location readings.
Hello everyone and welcome to Free Readings SSP TV tonight, Psychic TV, and I'm Clara. This is Natalie and team. Say hi ladies.
Hello.
Okay, and if you've missed the first half, the concept of our show is teaching developing mediums and also breaking down myths, barriers to mediumship, what's right, what's not right, but also as well teaching live. And we've had Natalie on her development journey, and now you watch T on her development journey. Okay, now what we're going to do as well is we're going to have T doing some work now. We're going to get a card from Richard, because also as well, what happens when we work with cards, you can actually use cards on what we call the psychic, but you can springboard to your communicator and the spirit world as well. They will draw our eyes to lots on the pictures of who they were, what they were, but then we can then pick up the energy of you, the viewer, through that card. And that's something that's a discipline, okay? And then we start running with it. So if you peeps are happy for this, then we're going to run. And also what we're doing, yeah, we would love you to come on to Zoom as well. Then we can see you, we can work direct as well with you. But this is a big thing as well, because it's all about you. It's not about us. We are strict as mediums, and I will be strict tonight how I mentor behind the scenes, because we can get into bad habits and not giving every bit. So we're going to roll it, and we're going to do the cards. And Richard, are we good to go with the cards? Yeah. Yeah, if one of your viewers can pick a number from 1 to 78, and we'll be drawn to the number. And what I'm going to do is get T to run with this. Now, like I say, this is only T's second reading live, and she is a developing medium. Okay, so let's be kind. Remember, be kind. Love hearts. And Natalie's going to help too, because Natalie's a bit further on in her journey. We're doing these live. Okay, so if we get you viewers, fire in your numbers. T will pick a number. T, you then say to Richard the number you're picking, and Richard will bring it to you. Is that okay, Richard?
Okay. And will I see the card? Okay.
Well, I hope so.
I don't hope so.
No.
Well, I'll just pick the number, yeah? Okay, I'll go for my number 8.
Right, T. Right, T, what do you want? Go ahead, ask her.
What if she'd like to come on?
Melanie, yeah, Melanie.
Yeah. Melanie, would you like to come on to Zoom?
Okay, so while we're waiting, Melanie, number 8, number 23, and Melanie, would you love, we would love to have you on Zoom tonight. Would you be able to come on and we'll read for you? If not, it's okay, we'll just read live here. Melanie, if you can quickly answer.
Said sure.
Good. Yeah, we're hard work ladies tonight. Just putting it out there, we're all hard work. Okay. And peeps, if you've just come on, we're going to go live and do the reading live with the cards, oracle cards. And T's going to start. She's going to take us off. And then we'll wait a minute. Now, what we can see is Archangel
Ariel.
but can't. Right, I can move my screen. I've got it now. It was at the right hand side, but I've got it now. Okay, so what we were doing, sorry, we were gonna do, sorry, we went a bit quiet there. We were just waiting, Melly coming on, just waiting the card. And like I said, let's go for this live reading. Remember, it's all about you guys. And Melanie, lovely to see you. Right, so we're just waiting, Richard multitasking. Okay, and we're going to have Melanie live now. Well, Melanie's live. Take my phone.
It's talking to Melanie.
And what if we can get you to do is T and Natalie at the same time, they're going to start looking at the card. T, can you look at the card? And then when you're looking at the card, see what you can start seeing in your mind's eye. Now, when you read cards as well, you look at the card, but then things will start flooding through your brain again. You'll start feeling things, which is your intuition. But as well, pictures coming through your brain can be intuitive, or if you have a communicator, you'll go right into the spirit world. And these things on the card, the pictures, the card, the wings, the sword with a love heart on it, the pictures, they all mean something. Okay, and we're just waiting Melanie. And we have the Archangel Ariel tonight in the beautiful cards.
I like these cards.
Hello.
Hello, Melanie, and lovely to see you and hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, everyone, we have now Melanie live, and we're going to go ahead, Melanie. Lovely to meet you tonight.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, this is you live now.
Yeah.
And if you can give just yes, no, don't know, round about the card, then we're going to run ahead, and T is going to start taking the reading.
Something happened.
Okay, now T's going to start taking the reading, and if you remember the Archangel Ariel, look from. Right, T, take it away.
Okay, I've just got to zoom into that, right? So the first thing I'm getting straight away from this card, that I feel with the armor on the angel's chest, I feel that you've had to be strong in your life. Inside, you don't feel as strong as you've been coming out on the outside. I feel that a lot has happened in your life that has made you put that armor on and be that strong person that you are today.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry. I feel that there is lots of flowers around the angel, but I'm seeing them as I feel like you're a very animal person. I sense a lot of animals around you. They help you in your life. That without them,
yes,
yes, they are. I feel like you're a very caring person as well. That's sort of like the armor that you've put on. You've taken a lot of people under your wings, Um,
A lot.
you've sort of been the protector for them. And this is where you've built your armor up, because you have been that protective person. And you've fought a lot of demons for other people too.
Yes, I do help with that.
Um,
And what sort of help do you see, T? What sort of help is Melanie doing? What are you feeling in your head? What are you feeling? What do you see in your heart?
Straight away, I've got like home. I feel that you've helped people who have been homeless and down in the dumps, and you've helped them build their life up, and get a home and get off of like addictions or something like that. You've helped them find themselves. People who have lost themselves, you've helped them find themselves again and be that strong person that they are, and help them get into like either education or work.
Yes, I have helped people get off their feet that are down in the dumps and needed another chance to move forward.
Yes, and that's so yeah, you are that protector. You're that, and I feel that people find you for that help. They literally source you out because other people you've helped have told them that you are the person to go to, and they've sourced you out because of the help you've given other people.
Yeah, energetically, I think they're just drawn, towards me for that reason.
Yes.
And what else? What are you using in the card as well? Now, when we're doing this, remember, we point out what we see in the card that's taking us to what you're getting. Would that make sense to you, what we're doing class? So
Yeah, so the armor on the angel's body, that is how I felt that you were that strong person. The wings of the angel is where I felt that you were that person that was wrapping your wings around people and protecting them and helping them on their journey. And the staff or wand or whatever it is that's in that angel's hand is it's your magic wand, because you've sort of hypothetically waved that magic wand and helped them people on their journeys for a second chance in life.
Yeah,
and
not always the easiest thing.
Oh no. And then the
not always
flowers.
gratitude either, but that's okay.
And then the flowers that I see around, like the orange sort of flowers that I see dotted around the cards, the side of the card, that is, I don't know why, but that immediately to me, that was what I saw as pets, as animals, not necessarily pets, just animals that they
Yes, I'm very, very attracted. I'm, very passionate about animals.
Yes, and almost like they kind of find you too. You seem to find injured animals, birds, anything seems to find you and get attracted to you, and you have that loving, caring nature for every life, human, animals, and they seem somehow always drawn to you, and you're that person that always seems to help an animal out as well as a human.
Yes, I do have to pick up my armor, so that could be also indicated in that, shield myself from unwanted energies, let's just say.
Yes.
right, okay. So when you say unwanted energies, do you mean then you take on self-care?
I mean, basically just super, like just going into a grocery store, I will pick up on everybody's energy. And then if I don't, clear myself, they'll just end up on my field. So I have to, and sometimes just low vibrational energy. So that'll drag me down. That's what I meant. So I have to shield
that's where I
myself a
saw
lot.
the shield, because I said at the beginning you've had to shield yourself from people, and that that
absolutely.
is yes.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get Natalie to come in this because she's linked in. Okay, Natalie will link in and she's going to take this card to what we call the spirit world as well. So if you're
Yes.
going to start the psychic, then the spirit. So thank you, T, for breaking every part of that down. Thanks, Melanie. And we're going to continue the reading. We're going to give you a bit more. Is that okay, Melanie?
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So from this card, obviously I can see that you have had to shield yourself quite a bit. But I am also picking up a gentleman from this card, and I'm not sure what the link is yet. I'm a bit split on two, so I'm not sure if you've got two gentlemen in spirit, but I'm definitely picking up on a dad figure. Sorry, a dad figure. Why did I just say figure?
Figure?
A dad. I'm definitely picking up on a dad. So I do feel like dad is in the spirit world. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yes. I feel like dad was taken quite quickly and quite suddenly. Would that make sense?
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Yeah, I want to say it was like a diagnosis. I don't even think there was a diagnosis. Would that make sense? I feel like there was tests.
It was a misdiagnosis for many years.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
and
Yeah, 'cause
then
I could just see like loads of blood tests and stuff getting done.
yeah, it was kind of brutal.
Yeah, I feel like this was an ongoing situation.
How did you get that from the card?
I don't know.
He must have just popped in.
I just looked at the card, and from that card, obviously that card's a protector card. You know, like you can clearly see that obviously T was getting protection from this card.
Blue. Right, so we're going to take the blue as well. So dad would be a
Okay.
protector, also blue. Now we're going to start wrapping this up. So be as quick as you can, but point out what you're using in the card with a dad.
Right, okay.
As
Right.
through exercises with that.
Yeah. But I do feel like these wings are quite open and spread to me. But I feel like dad had to clip a few wings to get to where he was. Would that make sense? I feel like before dad become ill, I feel like quite a lot of wings had to be clipped. So I feel like dad had to take people out of his life. Would that make sense?
Well, yeah, he cut everybody pretty much. Didn't tell anybody that he was dying for 6 months.
Thank you, because I just see him clipping the wings.
Yep.
So I know dad would have clipped the wings. But I do want to say there was a couple of people that dad did keep around him. Would that make
1
sense?
minute, Natalie, I'm timing you. 1 minute.
Because I do feel like there was a couple of people that dad did keep around him. And I feel like one of these was a lady in specific, and I'm not sure if this is mum, but I am feeling a lady.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, definitely my mom.
A lady still being around. I do feel like dad's just popped through there with this card, because I feel like you need that protector around you at the moment, because I do feel like you are quite open, and you are quite empathetic as well. So I feel like you do take on other people's energies and other people's feelings at that time when you see them. And you take that home with you as well. And I feel like you're struggling at the moment to kind of separate that from yourself. Would that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I will leave your dad's love, and just know that dad is around you, and he is trying to help you with that. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. You guys both did a great job. You're going to be very successful, both of you.
Bless. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. Enjoy watching.
Thank you
so much, Melanie. Thank
Blessing.
you.
Take care.
There you go. And there you go again, peeps. This is how it works, and it's lovely. And I'm going to now go to T first, then Natalie. And like you say, we use the card, and as T explained, the roses meant something to her. The armour meant something to her, the same as Natalie. So just want to take it away, girls, and see how we've done that part. And the blue for me was that.
See, I felt it was more the gold.
Right, so that was you. So if you say how you worked, okay?
Yeah. I didn't think about it until you said, but because I just knew as soon as I looked at that card that I had a dad or I had a gentleman with me. But I do feel like it was more the gold that I was attracted to.
So it was the dad in the card.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And T, how did you feel what you were doing in every part? Because that's what these cards are about as well. When you use Oracle cards, people you're developing, it shows in every part. Now you can get a full reading out of one card, believe it or not. What psychic was going on in somebody's life. The most important thing is we can guide people. We can never give advice because we are not counsellors. Well, some that are qualified, unless you are qualified as a counsellor, you're not a counsellor. We're not advisors either. Okay, but we can look at guidance, challenges coming up, guidance because you have your own free will. Okay. So, and T, do you want to take it away now, darling?
Okay, am I using the same card?
Yeah, because I want.
Okay, brilliant.
Take it
I'd
away.
rather look at something else like straight away. Okay, I will go for number 18.
Go T. Take it away, darling.
What was the name again?
Karen Crane. This is what I listen. This is what I have to put up with. What was that again?
Karen Crane, would you like to join us on Zoom, please, if you can?
Just happy to receive a reading.
Right, okay, so come on in, Karen. It would be lovely to be able to see you tonight. You don't have to put your camera on, but it would be lovely to hear your voice. And hearing the voice is actually for the sake of the viewers. It keeps everyone engaged. Okay, then as Miriam to be straight away, but we need that voice. It would be great to keep everyone else engaged tonight. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to run with the card. Okay, we'll just find out you don't resume, so we'll run with the card. And T, when you're doing the card, again, just as you're done, break it down what's drawing you, i.e. a cross has drawn you to and explain and what you see and break it down. And Natalie will get you to do the same with your communicator.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay, now what we're doing is we're just waiting the card coming up. Like I say, this is a live situation where we teach. When we teach in other times, it can be slightly quicker. I'll do 3-minute, 5-minute exercises. So this, at least we're getting a chance to break it down. So T, thank you, Karen. Thanks very much, lovely. Take it away.
Hello there, Karen.
4 minutes. Nanny McPhee, 4 minutes.
Here she goes with the timer.
I haven't even looked at the card yet. Okay, so, pardon? Archangel Bible, yes. So immediately I'm getting drawn to the blue scarf that's around his neck. And I'm feeling that that is a male child that you've been having some, I don't know if the word's difficulties, but you've been needing to protect this child or look after this child more than any other child. Again, I'm seeing the armor on this, the person here, and you are that person, you are that protector, particularly for this boy. I feel it is a son. I hope I'm right with that. I'm being drawn to the sword in one hand and the, I'm not sure what's in the other hand, golden star, as the scepter. And I feel that in the one hand, you've got the dagger where, you know, there's the protective mum. You know, nobody you're not getting near. And the other hand is the caring side, is the support, is the encouragement, it's the loving side of you, the that the kind protective side, if that makes sense to you.
And there you go, you got your validation. Yes, it's Karen's son, so well done. Okay. And Karen, if you can validate what you're saying, yes, like you've done, yes, my son, that helps T along the way as well. That wee bit of support as well, darling. Okay, so keep going, darling.
Okay, so yes, I feel like with the dagger side of things, there has been times in your life where, you know, not quite literally you could use the dagger, but hypothetically speaking, there has been people that has come into your life and been quite negative towards your son, and you've hypothetically felt like you've needed that dagger, if that makes sense to you.
Hypothetically, everyone. Okay, right, keep going, darling.
Yes, so I'm being drawn to the light above the angel's head, which does seem to me, immediately I got the light at the end of the tunnel. So through the life of struggling to get answers with your son, I'm feeling that you are starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. You are starting to get some answers and some support with him. And thank you for validating that. Yeah, I feel that there is that light, and you are seeing some support which you've needed, some support with him, like send support, school, that I feel like you've not been listened to in the past, and now people are starting to listen to you, and he's starting to get that support he needs. I'm also being drawn to the circle on his chest, and that to me is it's like the love for your child is okay, so it has been a long time. Yeah, I feel that love has been I can't get my words out. The protection, it's like it's over his heart, so you've got that a lot of love, obviously, because he's your son, but there's that protection part of that love there. It's yeah. I'm terrible sometimes, I get all tongue tied.
What the fireworks behind in the car, because you're very visual and you're really opening this reading up, so well done, darling. And what are those, to me that's like fireworks, okay? It's like Katy Perry to me. Okay, you're a firework opening up. Okay, what does it mean to you?
That's where I was seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So it was the light behind him that I was seeing, that throughout her son's life, that people haven't been listening, and now there's that light. Now finally she's getting answers, she's getting that support. People are starting to listen to her and realise that he...
So the fireworks that came out, not just one big light, does this mean different avenues? More support, more people?
No, I'm feeling SEND support, special education needs support, support with Karen herself, with the not so much the care for her child, but how with his additional needs, how to care and emotionally keep herself strong. And this is where the armor comes in. She's stayed strong, but that armor is what's keeping her strong. This light and this support that is coming or has started to show is going to start. I'm feeling that there's been sorry. The support is starting to come for her as well as her son, to help her mentally and physically cope. Well, I didn't even know who Archangel Michael was. Yeah, so well,
Okay, so we've just had Richard filling us in, filling tea in, who
Yeah.
Archangel Michael is, sort of thing, and he brings in justice, okay, and gives help as well. So there you
Yeah.
go, Verity tea that's grown in your background. So, and again, when we were doing this, it's all about the colours. It's all about everything in the card. We take everything from that card, but we also explain, just again, bring it down as the concept of the show, how to do this, and when you're learning even cards,
Yeah.
take everything. Because when you look at the back, that's a spider to me up the top of his head. I've got a spider and a spider web there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a spider. So that tells me with the way, but with people closing in and Karen, that should get to help. Okay, so yep. Okay, so thank you. Did I miss that, Richard? I didn't hear you. So,
Yeah.
there we go. Now, Richard's just making it aware as well, Karen. The part at the top as well, it's about a calm mind, stay focused. Don't lose your eye off track. Don't get to, which is very hard being a mum.
Mhm.
Don't let your emotions overrule your head at time. Stay focused, stay logical and factual. That's what I want to say now that Richard said that. So thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
Richard.
it.
Okay, and Natalie, can you take it away quickly? 4 minutes, communicator. Let's go.
Yep.
Chat.
So I do. So from this card, I do see that I have a lady here. I do feel like this is grandmother. I do want to go straight to my chest with this lady. So I do know that this lady did have some chest issues going on. But I also know that this lady did have mobility issues going on as well, because from that armor to me, I feel like that looks to me as a stiff joints. So I feel like this lady was quite, her joints were quite sore. So I do want to say there was some sort of arthritis that went on there with this lady. I want to change the sword and the other thing. I know it got mentioned, but I can't remember what it's called. I do want to change that to knitting needles. So I do know that this lady did knit. I also know that this lady was a very powerful lady. I want to say she spoke her mind. She spoke her mind and she had a voice. Your nanny did, yeah. Yeah, because I want to say this lady had a voice and she used it. She used it. I do know the name Michael would link in somewhere though, because she's just telling me there's a Michael in the family. There's a Michael in the family. So I do know there is a Michael
Well
in
done,
the
Natalie.
family. But I also want to say there's a Margaret as well and a Betty. I want to say Betty, not Elizabeth. I want to say Betty. So yeah, I do know those two names are there as well.
Are they in the family, Natalie? Dig deep here. Are they in the family? Are they friends of the family?
I feel like Michael's a part of the family.
Okay, and what does Margaret link to?
And I want to say Margaret is a friend of this lady's.
Well
I
done.
want to say this is a neighbour.
Okay, well done.
And I also know that this lady she would have liked her dress jewellery. I don't want to say this lady wore proper earrings. I want to say these were clip-ons. So I know this lady did like her dress jewellery. But I want to say there's something significant about an emerald necklace. And I feel like this lady would have worn this on occasions. I feel like it was just occasions this lady wore this. There's an emerald necklace. And I actually feel like this has been worn by yourself, this necklace. I feel like you have worn this on a special occasion. So I do feel like this has been worn by yourself. I'm also wanting to say there's something to do with a knitted teddy. She's given me a teddy, but I feel like this is one that she's knitted or crocheted and she's stuffed herself. And I do know that this would still be here as well. This would still be here as well. But I want to talk about the teddy that's very worn out, because I do know there is an actual teddy that is, I want to say it's a brown teddy. I want to say it's missing an eye. Sorry, you can't take the names, right? Well,
We'll get back
I will leave
to
them
you in a
with
minute.
you because I definitely feel like they are around somewhere.
Okay,
She did love her
Apologies,
jewellery.
we'll come back to that, Natalie, because that's what
Aye.
leaving a doggy back.
Aye.
Okay, just to leave names with somebody.
Ruby. It was a ruby one, not an emerald one. Do you know what I got shown was my grandmother? My grandmother had an emerald one. So that's what I was getting shown, but it was a ruby. So I apologise for getting the gem wrong. I do also know that this lady, she would have been fun as well. I feel like this lady would have been great laugh. And I feel like because she was so open and so verbal, I feel like you would have got a good laugh out of this lady as well. But even when she wasn't trying to be funny. Bless her, I feel like this lady got laughed at a lot, bless her. But I'll leave you the month of January, sorry, July. She meant to say January, then changed it to July. So I feel like July is a birthday because she is showing me the balloons. So I do feel like there is a birthday in July. She's given me the number 2 as well. So I'm not sure if this is the 2nd of a month or if this is February. This will be February. So I'm not sure what one that is. She's not actually showing me, but she's just saying there's the second. It's the second of a month. So I will leave you this lady's love, and thank you for allowing me to bring her through. My dog Teddy when I was 6, and I still have it. Thank you. Yeah, I do know that Teddy would be very worn out. She's just making me aware it's old.
Right, well done. And just coming back to the doggy, normally we don't leave what we call doggy bags. Like, I'll leave that name with you because that could be anyone then in the world. It could be anyone, your neighbours. But when we go to Margaret, then you would take that bag and that would actually be a neighbour because I want to go down about the neighbours here. I actually want to call her Peggy. Not Margaret, and I want to get back to Dad's side of the family and I want to put the Elizabeth over there, but I feel somebody loved to watch like royalty and it was all about watching like the Princess Diana, these kind of things. That's where I want to put that because it's linking me all the way back, and I know your gran would have been treated like a queen because Elizabeth would then be the queen for me, so she would have been treated like a queen, and quite rightly so, Karen. Okay, quite rightly so.
Yeah, I feel like she had that type of character.
Aye, and when we look at the card there, Archangel Michael, when you look at all the gold and all the beautiful in it, then again, that's where I want to be treated like a queen. Okay, like I say, so I hope that helps for you. And there you go, love the royal family. Okay, that's fine, but I do want to say as well, she wanted to be a queen and she was treated like a queen, and go her. Go hard, and I know she was very charitable because the blue for me in this card at this time is all about charitable. I see the Salvation Army. I don't feel she was in the Salvation Army. I cannot see the uniform, but I do know I want to give to community. I want to help with charity here. And that's why I go all the way around here. I do know when I look at archaeology here, when I see Archangel, so no grandmother should have loved nice buildings as well. And I'm looking at all the buildings. It's funny actually, I've just seen Michelangelo, so I know art would have come in as well in the colours of that card. I want to put Michelangelo. I also know as well I was religious because I've just seen a link to Rome. I don't feel we were in and out of Rome, but I want to look at religion. Okay, so she had a faith, okay? A very strong lady, a very kind lady. Okay, so you know that grandmother's with you. As I say, as mediums, we can never give advice, never. However, we can, because it's not mediumship then, but we can tell that she loves you.
Yes.
Okay, my darling, thank you, and thank you, and thank to Natalie. There we go. And that's us came to the end of the show. And I hope you all loved it tonight and loved T and Natalie. Again, stripping down the bare bones of mediumship. And thank you to the two girls. and Natalie, as you all know, and T, our very first time coming on, being brave and going for it. Thank you, and thank you to all yous. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, peeps.
Yep.
And we have Zoom, we have the app, and TikTok now. So if you guys can go into TikTok, love some followers, that'll help. Again, it keeps us free readings SPTV for yous. It keeps it going for yous. It's all about yous, not us. Okay, think about yous. Keep this going, and keep it going worldwide because it's free, and that's the main thing. Okay, so it's bye from us. Say bye, girlies.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.